that prelude was, I believe, Pachelbel. That's his name, and it's prelude in D. Pachelbel's canon. And this, now pay attention, please. This is the very first time we've been privileged to have Brittany Chandler be our musician for the day. Please welcome her. And welcome all of you. Is anyone here for the first time?
Can you lift your mic a little bit?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Usually I get accused of shouting or something, so how is this better? Yes, all right. We have a first-time visitor. Did you receive a packet already? Oh, good. We like to keep in touch. If you'd like us to, so if you leave your name and with an email and things like that and phone number, then we can text and email and let you know what's going to be happening here. But this morning, we'd like to start off with a song. You have the words are in your program. You see that? It's very cleverly arranged. So, you need guitar for that. All right, fantastic. As soon as Brittany's ready, we'll sing. Come on, Reverend Dallas.
All right, we can help lead. That's your words? Just a little light enough.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ooh, sorry, what's the words? Let it shine till my heart's wide open. I'm gonna let it shine till my heart's wide open. I'm gonna let it shine till my heart's wide open. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. My life has a greater meaning and I'm gonna let it shine. My life has a greater meaning and I'm gonna let it shine. My life has a greater meaning and I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hallelujah.
Well, we're all welcome here. Almost everybody knows my name. I'm Reverend Moore Horton, the senior minister at this time at Woodland Chapel. We're just so glad to have everyone here. We're glad to have everyone show up on Mother's Day. I know there are many family things going on, so it's a real joy to share this time with you. You know, we all think of our own mothers at this time of year, and I think just a word or two. I see a mothering presence in many different aspects of life. Mothers, I believe, not only create life itself by being a chalice or a container for life, being a bearer of life, they also instruct and encourage and make themselves available to the people whom they love, especially the children, but sometimes it's the children they teach. Sometimes it's the children they might encounter in a social environment. Maybe it's on the playground, maybe it's in the park, maybe it's as an aunt that they particularly foster the growth of children. And that fostering of growth isn't really limited to the female gender. It also to men do the same thing. So there's a phrase in the Science of Mind textbook in which Ernest refers to Father, Mother, God. And so we see this balance. We see this balance of giving and supporting and loving in everyone. We have some flowers here this morning. Would someone like to distribute flowers? Yeah. Feel free to take one. I think we have plenty. Yeah. It's just in honor of the mothers in the congregation and all those who have served in any way to foster the growth of another human being.
Yeah.
Mom, grandma, oh, gotta be one.
If you were here for the meditation this morning, Ruth led us through a very colorful meditation when she focused on flowers and how each flower had a special meaning. And I think that, what was the meaning of the carnation, Ruth, that you said? Was it supporting life or something of that sort? Yeah. Now, is anyone, oh, I did that one. Join us, please, in fellowship after the morning service. This is our time for snacks and for conversation. Now, go along with, lots of conversation. We'll have a lot of time to do that. And there's a next weekend, Sunday, May 19th, we have a Soup for the Soul fundraiser, $3 for a soup and some goodies to eat. It's always popular. I have yet to find an untasty soup. They all seem to be pretty tasty.
Are we having fun yet?
I just run through some of these. There's a new class coming up in June. We expect it to start on June 4th and go through July 23rd. It's both in-person and Zoom. Will be able to be led by Cheryl Guess and is accredited CSL class. More details will be available soon. You're invited always to join the Friday Book Club. It meets at 2 and goes to 3:30, and they're apparently looking for another book, but they were using Aldous Huxley, wasn't it? The Perennial Philosophy. Yeah, a challenging book, I understand. Some good thoughts in there. And this year's calendar of events is available in the library. Childcare is available during the service. And there are confidential prayer request forms in the pews. If you have a special need or want to share a special joy or success and have prayer over it, please fill that out, and a practitioner or minister will do that for you and contact you if you wish. If you feel called to volunteer in some way to be part of the active members of a congregation, just contact me or Reverend Don or any of our practitioners. We'll get you started. The March, April, no, that's not it. What month? The May-June. The May-June Science magazine is on sale. It's about $10, but it covers 2 months. So, same price as the old one. Are there any other announcements that might need to be made at this time? No? Well, then let us go to our opening prayer. Our practitioner, Kathy Prather, will be leading that.
Good morning. Join with me, please, in an opening prayer. Become centered in our pews and relax into the morning, knowing that we are in this sanctuary and that every square inch of this sanctuary is filled with spirit, that we are in the consciousness of spirit mind, and it is here filling us with its beauty, with its wisdom, with its life force, and that we are expressions of that oneness, that one mind, and that is what energizes us, that is what gives us life, gives us meaning, gives us that intuitive guidance that each one of us has. And so we turn to that guidance this morning. We've come here to be with ourselves, to get in touch with that centeredness within, that quiet place, to know who we are again. And we come here for learning, for instruction. We come here for community, for support from each other. We come here to ask for help. We come here to give love. All of these activities are part of our human destiny. And so I just give grateful joy that we are here this morning. And within that, I also give grateful thanks for the service that Brent gave to us as our pianist for many years. And we say thank you, Brent, for the tremendous gift of music on the piano that you gave to us. And we wish you joyful many adventures to come. And thank you, God, for motherhood and for that experience and for that principle of life. And so it is. And now would you join with me in this affirmation that's printed in your bulletin? Today, I choose actions that reflect my core beliefs, so my life has greater meaning. In all things, I am remembering who I am, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Good morning. I'm Catherine. To be a human who resembles the divine is to become responsible for the beautiful, for its observances, its protection, and its creation. Cole Arthur Riley. There is a magnifying presence in the law at the center of everyone and everything, a unity that binds all together in one common source, one living spirit, and one divine presence. Each is a unique manifestation of this one. From Ernest Holmes, Words That Heal Today. Today's message comes from the Science of Mind and is entitled Impact Over Intention. Have you ever had a concept or a thought that just seeped into your pores and would not let you go? Just last month, it was pointed out to me the impact of our actions and decisions sometimes are far removed from our intent. Sometimes our impact strays so far from our intent that we and they can't even see the original intent anymore. I share this not to stir the guilt, but instead create a greater awareness of how our individual and collective actions and decisions impact those around us. In a world that seems to be losing its mind, it can be hard to know what we can do to make a difference. May I offer that a good place to start is to explore our intent versus our impact. Observe, ask questions, get curious. After you've done all that, be honest with yourself. What happens when we notice the situations, interactions, relationships, and experiences where our impact was different from our intent. By staying in the curiosity of this, we can begin to shift our actions and decisions in ways that support those around us, too. Living in impact over intention is both an individual and a collective task. We are interconnected and do not create, act, or make decisions in a vacuum. The more we can embrace the awareness of this reality, the more we can intentionally move through life in ways that support our most authentic expression, while allowing and freeing others to do the same. Now that is the impact I think we all want to see. Today's bonus affirmation: I take 100% responsibility for my impact, recognizing my connection to everyone and to everything. Thank you.
Now we'll have some special music brought to us again by Brittany, and then we'll have a rousing, stirring, exciting, lovely talk by Reverend Don Kerr, whom everybody here knows except maybe one person as humorous too. Do you think it'd be? I think you're right. We're looking forward to that. But let's let this lovely lady play and introduce first.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning here. I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Here I go. Deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go. Closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go. Deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go. Closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul.
I'm diving in to that deepest part of me. Thank you. Daniel Namod, he writes good stuff, doesn't he? I just love his music. And, we're going to have a chance to join and sing a little bit of that right at the end of this message of the morning. We're going to try something different here. So we've let the light shine, and we sang we were going to let it shine. We did. We're going to talk about the value-led life. The value-led life. The title of this week's message. I saw a definition of the word value a long time ago. I used to take more classes than I do now. And it was a book, not in the class book, it was just a book for reading. But I found some old notes that I had. And I got all excited and I created this wonderful talk, I thought. And the talk disappeared on my computer. And so, so last night at about 10 o'clock, I decided I'd just go through and see what I could remember. So I'll see how good a memory I have. I wrote most of this down. But I've always kind of held in consciousness. I realize I try to let this idea of the description of value have a part in my life as much as I can remember to do so. The definition said this: value is the intrinsic worth we hold or place upon anything we feel needs our attention and action. Intrinsic, the essential part, the inner connection, I would say, the intimate part of the thing. The values we hold, have that intrinsic worth that we hold. So that a value-led life, so we're talking about that, has got to contain that which lies at the core of what we believe to be worthy of our care, for our attention, calling for our actions. And our intentions, I think, if they're rich with care, or nurture, or compassion, we call all kinds of words we make to help us along this path, then our intentions will create out of these values a worthwhile life. A life full of an abundant life. I've thought about it. I really have. I've thought about it, and I think I've come to believe that something else about that word value. Here's what I believe. I believe that value, the word value, is just one word away from being sacred. Yeah. What we hold sacred, it's always cradled in the arms of our core beliefs that comes from within us out to the world. Remember Jesus declaring, whatever we believe? Said that. Some heard, many of us read it, but do we practice it? It's done unto us as we believe. So our values, I think, truly are the influencers. Yeah, that's a good word. Influencers, the carriers of our intentions and our actions of what we believe should be done. And then we act, or we don't. So it's done unto us as we believe, and the quality of what is done rests with our values. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does to me. But if I lost you somewhere along the way, let's move along. However, I'm going to stop for just a minute. Did I ever tell you about my favorite Mother's Day joke? I may have, but I'm going to tell it to you again. The last joke I got was great. I got a standing ovation. I love that. The joke goes like this. Let me see if I can find it. A mother raised 3 sons as a single mother, and they each found their successes in life. One was a successful realtor, one was a successful car dealer, and the other was a successful restaurant owner. And the 3 sons were talking among themselves and agreed that they would like to make Mother's Day special this year, with each of them giving a gift, an outrageous, as far out as they could think of, a gift, a special Mother's Day gift for the mom. Kind of wanted to outdo each other, I think. Well, the realtor's son gave her the most beautiful mansion-style home in a lovely neighborhood. And Mom complained that it was just too darn big, it's lonely, and she liked to clean her own house, and not this one, it has too many rooms. Okay. Well, the automobile dealer said, I'm giving Mom a new Mercedes with all the bells and the whistles. But Mom complained that it smelled like shoes inside with all that leather upholstery. And what was with all the buttons and knobs, and where does the key go? And she wasn't interested in driving anywhere because she had failing eyesight and probably was going to be losing her license very shortly. She had her friend, Shirley, who had a Volkswagen, took her everywhere she needed to go. Okay. So the son, who was a successful restaurant owner, he pulled out all the stops. He gave her an exotic, colorful parrot that cost him more than a new Mercedes-Benz. And this parrot was no ordinary parrot. It had taken 12 years and 10 pastors to teach this parrot how to recite the entire Bible. Now, Mama loved to read the Bible, but kind of had to give it up because of her eyesight, you know. The third son knew Mom just would love this gift, so he was right on. He was about to call her and explain how to use the parrot's gift of Bible knowledge, how to do this, when he received a phone call back from Mom right away, who happily exclaimed, "Oh, son, that odd-looking chicken was the best, most delicious I ever prepared." What? No standing ovation? My favorite joke. I'll archive that after this. Well, seriously now, being active in a conscious, value-led life, I'll tell you something about that. It can be so powerful that it can give birth to causes so great where lives are changed and history can just be bent in a different direction, a certain direction of understanding that history differently. Now, a good example of what this means and what's been happening is what's going on this past, let's say, 10 years, last decade. Our world, struggling to move through that COVID process, the different values placed upon our beliefs and behaviors in its wake. We're at various crossroads and junctions right now in our new thought. Yeah, we are. Other parts of the world also, but I say that, but I think it seems that life in this world is always at some kind of junction or crossroad, one way or another, all the time. And I'll give you a good example of take the movement that's going on in our world today and has been going on, constantly being stirred by, for example, the continual demonstrations of thousands, even millions in parts of the world, who are demonstrations for a cause, demonstrating for a certain held value that they hold. Whether it be for the backlash, from women in a country whose religious hierarchy demands they cover their head for religious reasons, or for the death of a beloved political figure who is standing against the autocratic Russian government and its dictator leader, murdered, probably, is what people say, in prison. Or the value of recognizing that all and certain lives matter as being worthy of living in safety and opportunity, and for the right to pursue happiness, all those things that we know without any discrimination and prejudice that we want for everyone, and attain the equality of the liberties and the justice and the balance and happiness, that ever-going human pursuit of happiness that we're all really, really following. You see, the power of values leads all demonstrations of those who would go to the streets and put their bodies on the line and be seen promoting those values, standing for those values. That's being value-led. How can we deny that? The leadership in our spiritual living centers, they're doing something. Worldwide, they are trying to open the windows and open doors of change for our centers to raise what we call consciousness, in the living out of values that we've always held in consciousness as intrinsically worthy. We've always felt that we can see past the doctrines and the embedded beliefs that have claimed, our spiritual truth and supposedly they only be found in certain scriptures that we picked out and doctrines that our churches set up. We've tried to look past that and say there's only one way, that it is the only way for mankind's salvation. Question that. We in our New Thought don't actually question that, but we use our approach to see the human and the divine interwoven in the oneness of all. From the beginning of our inception, we've held faith and belief in the idea of consciousness. And I want to go into that a bit later. Instead of opening up soup kitchens and housing homeless in our facilities and other physical services that some churches have so well, beautifully, wonderfully, generously done, we've practiced a belief of faith that held for us to place our ultimate value on doing our work in consciousness. Yeah. Consciousness is a word vital to our philosophy. And to those who may not be sure what I'm getting at or mean when I use this word consciousness, I'm going to try to add some understanding here. There's the usual definition thought of, a surface definition from the medical sense about consciousness, and that's, to be awake and aware of our surroundings. But as we learn that we are spiritual beings, first and foremost, we believe that we can only lose our physical consciousness, the body and the brain function. The eternal us, that universal God spirit consciousness that's giving life to all forms by using, the breath of God. That's a good way I want to put it. The indwelling life force, if we want to get more spiritually technical, that literally breathing energy through us all and every bit of life everywhere. That true self, I want to call it, indwelling our physical body form, this spirit us never loses consciousness. It's a gather of experiences and continues our journey to forever. And it is about love. We talk about love and law, but love is forever. Law serves a purpose for a period of time. You see, there's a country western song out that says, if love isn't forever, then what is forever for? Amen. I played that on my guitar, by the way. Yeah, okay. But what our true self is, what our consciousness is, it's a gather of all the experiences, and it continues our journey to forever. But while we're here on this earth, we learn and we learn and we learn that developing values within our physical and our spiritual consciousness will give us a foundation, give us like a framework to act out the principles and the laws of the universe. They're there. And one of those, of course, is the great law of attraction. We've gone into that many times. And if we should develop values that vibrate with respect for abundant life and love and joy, then we're going to automatically attract from the universe's yes storage depot. Did you know the universe has a yes storage depot? Never runs out. We're going to attract those experiences, those things, those people who and what make for you and I a verdant life of joy. Happiness. We're on our road. We're on our way. And all of it's wrapped in love. I say it again, love, living a value-led life. That opens dependable results for our desires. See, for example, if we value, let's say, honesty, we're going to tell the truth. And those who interact with us are going to give us the same. Values are a great attraction quality. They got great pull. Great pull. So, From a simple science viewpoint, consciousness is related to the state of, oh gosh, this isn't that complicated. Consciousness is related to the state of energy movement within all life activity, because energy is always in a state of forming or usefulness in the action of those forms. How's that for complicating it? There's not such a thing as inaction. There's never any static state of anything in the universe. You know that. Everything's on the move. Nothing is holding still. And what determines the intrinsic value of all creation is the consciousness that contains it, that holds it. There's a power in the universe. There's a presence that holds the universe and everything in it. Holds all the light, holds all the love, holds all the law, holds everything. Now, from a I'll see if I remember that. Science has discovered that, and they've refined the idea of consciousness for our human eye to explore with a wakefulness and awareness by using our 5 senses and all the apparatus we've created and invented to recognize that all life forms in our world is somehow having their own degree of consciousness. Somehow. Let me go a little bit further. Take, for example, the tree and other plant kingdoms, their forms. They respond to the environment within their own degree of consciousness. Now, that's with what our religious science calls the universal consciousness, or the source of all forms, whether that be a galaxy or a tree or an animal or you or me. Even rocks and minerals have consciousness. Modern science has declared that each atom is a field of energy movement that has consciousness. And therefore, even a rock made of certain mineral atoms would have its own state of consciousness. And that state of consciousness contains the value of its existence. How's that for being clear? You got that right. Maybe it can be described as the infinitely unfolding, expanding, evolving will of God, intention of God. The intention of universal intelligent love, that's another way, is God's other name, love. Can we believe it's all about love? That's another thing. Ask our questions. Can we believe that that's at the core of it all? God's other name, love. Can we ever completely know and accept that love truly is the underlying unity of the universe? Is that too hard for our little planet minds to rise into that place of belief? It is done unto us. It's done unto us what we believe. Okay. Am I, you, all of us, are we ready to accept that a value-led life needs first and foremost to love? Number one. We like to claim in our philosophy, we like to claim ourselves as being spiritually empowered, as co-creators with the divine, with God. Okay, the truth awaiting for our awakening, however, is wake up and get the truth for us. We don't create. The truth is we don't create. We feel, we think, we move in thought, we desire, and God creates. Creates through us, through the medium of our oneness and our consciousness with the divine, and awaits our discovery that God is creating as us. Have you noticed all the TV shows after the detectives go get off work and whatnot, they all go to the bar, have a drink. My wife and I shake our heads. So much of our journey on this earth is spending our conscious empowerment privileges, remembering, excavating, discovering, who we are, who we really are, and then practicing and evolving those values that are intrinsically worthy of our recognition. Those intrinsic worthy beliefs in which we can build an everlasting, evolving faith. We build faith out of our values. Wow. You know, we're finding out that we can't ignore the history that keeps grabbing our attention and cries out for the transformation of the ways we use our spiritual energy. To release old, worn-out ideas, seems that the time's come upon us. Now this is for preaching. To use all the spiritual practices at our readiness, beginning with prayer. Praying in affirmative ways that have the conscious intent of using our minds and our bodies and our souls to move our spirituality out into the world, and then mirror our true passions, our deepest beliefs, those values that allow us to act with integrity, authentically. Passions are okay because passions are powerful currents that flow through our being. Passion guides towards experiences that have meaning and joy. They help the value. So here I am trying to perceive the truth, trying to tell you all about this stuff. But I want to use the one thing that I think has the most power in my life. Not just belief, yes, belief, all those things, value, sure. But you know, the practices of meditation are wonderful. The practices of prayer we use here all the time. You hear us say there's behind the pews, there's those little things you can pick up that's called a request list, slip. You can put in a prayer, and one of our practitioners or I or another minister will take that and we'll put it into the power of prayer. And so today I'd like you to just join with me in something. I'd like you to take a deep breath, and I would like to do a prayer, an affirmative prayer that reveals the truth about the values that I feel, that I know that is in your heart somewhere, in a different fashion, in a different way perhaps, but it's there waiting for your recognition. So I'm going to ask Brittany to help me with this. Could you give me just a little bit of a tinkle here of music? I want to say this. I close my eyes and I turn away. I turn away now from the world about me to the world of consciousness. The state of a value-led life. And I know it starts from within. It starts from within. I can close all the memories of the past. I can create in no images of the future. I can stop that movement. I can slide deep into the very recesses of my soul in a place of perfect peace. Perfect peace. And here I perceive the truth. In the making, I am conscious of the one being from which all beings spring. Rise up and be what it is that we all were born to be. I know this is immortal self. This is God. This is me and you, for I am, you are. I always was. We shall always be. And all beings and all things, all space and time and life are here in the depths of our souls. Smaller than small, but greater than great. And we are unified. I am not a thing of time or circumstance. You are not a thing of time or circumstance, because we are spirit, pure, eternal, birthless, deathless, and changeless. I am patient, for I am all time. I am wise, for I contain the knowledge of all things, that unified consciousness of God. I don't know pain. For I see there's no beginning, no end, and those who see there is a beginning and end are the only ones that suffer and feel pain. For I am rich, for there is no limit to the abundance that I may create from my true God self. This I pass on to you as the knowledge of truth. You are love and you are beloved. For all things are ourselves and we are all things. We unite, we fuse, we become one with universal consciousness and subconscious mind. The mask of vanity and ego, we have put it away. We will not wear that again. I speak my word, for we perceive the magnificent dweller at the center of our consciousness, and I know that that is our very true self. You and I are one in love, not just with life, but in love with love, in the great life purpose that is surrounded by love. For we live and we love in our value-led life. Join with me. Let it be. Take a breath, and I will say for us, and so it is. Amen. We are going. We're going to have all right, we're going to join Brittany with whatever way we can. Remember this song we're going to sing again is Daniel Neymart's song. I'm ready, my soul. Yeah. So we can actually call and response. You can sing and we'll sing right after you that. I'm ready, my soul.
Good.
Okay? Follow that prompt if you can. Okay.
Sing it, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm
Let's do
ready.
it. All right. I'm ready. There you go. We'll do it again. I'm ready. I'm ready, my soul. We're diving in.
We're diving in.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm diving in. To the deepest kind of love. To the sweetest kind of life.
To the sweetest.
I'm ready. I'm ready. My soul. Everything I've ever done.
Everything I've ever done.
Everything I've ever seen. everything I've lost or won. Everything I've lost or won. Everything I've ever dreamed. Everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here. To the present moment. Here to a new beginning. Here to a new beginning. Here I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm ready, my soul. I'm ready.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brittany. That was a different way to do the song. I'm ready. I'm ready now to go to the offertory and to begin to say it's a wonderful opportunity we have to share our lives in a very real way. We do it in service, we do it in prayer, we do it in monetary ways, and this is a monetary way today for you to be able to share that which you've been given and to give that which you share. So let's take a look at the offertory affirmation in the program and read it together. Divine love moving in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
I do not, I don't know that one.
We'll sing it together. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We all share in the infinite blessings of the One, that divine source of all goodness which provides life, energy, and joy for this world. That one source which is the beginning and the end of all. That one source which lives in our souls and makes our lives bloom and blossom into greatness and joy. We give thanks for this and so much more. And as we do, let us say together, and so it is. Let's stand and do our prayer of protection. The words are also in the program. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let us sing our peace song. Are you accompanying that?